Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to learn what is Pytest framework. Generally, we write a automation test cases by using Selenium with Python with Pytest framework, right? Earlier classes we have discussed writing automation test cases with the Selenium, okay, with Python, but we not discussed much about Pytest framework, right? Today we will discuss that Pytest framework, why we use and where we use, what is the advantages of the Pytest framework. We'll see that. See, first thing is by using Pytest framework, what advantages we'll see, and then I'll show you each one example. Okay, whatever we'll discuss, what are the advantages we have, that advantages I will show you in a real time by opening the test cases, automation test cases. You all know already how to write a automation test cases. That's why I'm not showing you how to write a automation test cases. Okay, in this video we will only discuss how to run a test cases, what are the advantages of the Pytest framework. First thing is, by using Pytest we can run all test cases in one go. For example, first we will see this one. Okay, if you have all test cases, for example, we'll open the test cases. These are the test cases we have here. You can see here we have a test cases. In test cases folder we have test cases, right? How many files are there? Two files here. In these two files we have a test cases. You can see total how many test cases are there? 1, 2, 3. And here also we can see 3 test cases are there. Total 6 test cases are there. Okay, if you want to run all these test cases in one go, you have to open a terminal left side. You can see the terminal here, right? From the left side corner, third option. Okay, terminal. Okay, now as soon as you open the terminal, you just give a command pytest. It will run all the test cases. We'll see now. It see collected 6 items. It is running all the 6 test cases. Just wait till all the test cases. We'll wait all the test cases are completed. So test cases are running now. See, now the test cases are running. So there is one more test case. So let it be completed. So automation only running. I'm not running manually. So you can see total 6 test case pass. See, by giving just command pytest, it will run all the test cases. But the command where you need to give in terminal, you have to open the terminal. Okay, you have to open the terminal. In terminal, just clear it. If anything is showing there, you can just clear it by using clear command. Now you need to give pytest and hit the enter button in keyboard. It will run all the test cases. Okay, that is one of the advantages by using Pytest framework. Now we can see we can run only selected test cases by using Pytest, by using markers. Now we'll see. If you want to run all the test cases, you have to give a command in terminal. In terminal, you have to give command Pytest. It will run all the test cases. To run all test cases. Okay. Now we'll run only selected test cases by using Pytest markers. Using Pytest markers. Now how you need to use markers, I'll show you. For example, see here I have a 6 test cases, right? When you are giving Pytest, it is running all the test cases. When you open a terminal, if you give Pytest, it is running all the test cases. But I don't want to run all the test cases. I want to run only required test cases. Then you can use a markers. For example, here you can see test Swati. This test case I want to run. So above this test case, I have to declare the marker. Pytest mark dot smoke, for example. Okay, I mentioned again whatever test cases I want to run, above the test case I will give this marker. This we call it as a marker. This test case also I want to run, and in another file I want to run this test case. Now I want to run only 3 test cases out of 6 test cases. Now I successfully mark the test cases by using at the rate pytest mark.smoke. You can give any tag here. Instead of smoke, if you give Suresh, you can give something, whatever you want. Okay. Now I at the rate pytest mark dot, I given my tag smoke. Now you have to open a terminal. You have to give a command pytest Okay, minus m. Why you are giving minus m? Because at the rate pytest mark, here you need to give terminal minus m, means mark. You are marking the test cases that only you want to run. That's the reason you are mentioning in terminal minus m means mark pytest. Whenever you give pytest, it will run all the test cases. But beside that, you are writing one more command minus m smoke. Then what it will do? It will run only three test cases. Wherever you mark smoke, it will run only those test cases. In case if you let me run first this, now you will see out of 6 test cases, only 3 will be run. You will be able to see the reports also. I'll show you in the reports. Let it be run first. It's running. Okay, let it be completed. Execution, let it be completed. See, now the execution is going. Only out of 6 test cases, 3 will be run, because you are running only test cases which are marked at the rate pytest.mark.smoke. You can see in the report, the console, 3 passed, 3 deselected. Only 3 passed, 3 deselected. Total how many test cases are there? 6 test cases. But you have run only 3 test cases. Whatever test case you mark smoke, those test cases only run. So you want to run only another test case. For example, you want to run wherever you marked as a Suresh. For example, at the rate pytest.mark.suresh. This test case I marked as a Suresh, and also I will mark about test case also pytest mark.suresh. Now I want to run test cases which are marked as a Suresh. Again I will go to terminal, clear the terminal by using clear command. You need to write a clear, it will clear everything. Now you have to give a command pytest. I want to run only Suresh related test cases. Wherever I mark Suresh for the test case, that test case only I want to run, right? Now I will give minus m is equal to Suresh. You can see. Now you enter. Only now in 2 test cases I marked as Suresh. Only this time only 2 test cases will be run. That is the advantages of the PyTest markers. By using markers, we can run only selected test cases. That is the advantages of the PyTest. See, now it is run only 2 test cases. Out of 6 test cases, it will run only 2 test cases. Let it be run. We'll see the report. Report means in the console. You can see 2 passed, 4 deselected. Like this, if you have 100 test cases, you can mark some test cases as a smoke, some test cases as a sanity, some test cases as a regression. Then tomorrow your manager is coming and asking you run only regression test cases. Then simply you open a terminal. Simply you open a terminal and give pytest minus m is equal to regression. Whichever test case you have marked as a regression, that test case only will run. In case your manager comes and asks you to run only smoke test cases, you have to give a command pytest minus m is equal to smoke. It will run only smoke test cases. Like this, you can use the markers. Now the next one. So in order to run, only you have to, in above test case, in above test case, we have to mark, we have to use at the rate pytest mark dot tag. Tag, any tag you can give. Example I'm giving. Now in terminal, pytest minus m is equal to smoke. It will run all smoke test cases wherever you marked. That is the advantages of the PyTest. Now we'll see, we can run test cases parallelly also. Now see, whenever you are running the test cases, so let me show you. Now I am running the test cases by giving command PyTest. Now it will run all 6 test cases. You have not given any tag, right? Now he is running test case. See, you have to wait. First one test case is running. You have to wait till the first test case is completed. Then only second test case will run. Third test case, when it will run? Once second test case running is completed, then only third test case will run. When fourth test case will run? Once third test case execution is completed. But I want to run the test case, 2 test cases in 2 browsers at a time. two tasks. Sometimes we'll say, right, this person is a multi-talented, he is doing same multiple alternatively, parallelly doing the task simultaneously. We'll say some people will multi-talented, they will do tasks simultaneously. Means you need to run the test cases parallelly. Two test cases same time, two browsers. At a time, I want to open two browsers at a time. Then how we need to do? Let me show you. See, okay. Now you want to run parallelly, right? If you want to run a test cases parallelly means you can run two test cases in two different browsers at a time, same time. Okay. Now what we need to do? We need to install one package. No one will ask you in interview what package we need to install. Pip install Pytest Xdist. We need to install this package. We need to install this package. How to install this package? Just type this command in terminal. Pip install Pytest Xdist. This is how we need to install packages in Python with Selenium. This package is installed now. Now you want to run test case parallelly, right? Just to give a command. If you want to run all test case, what is the command you give? Pytest, right? Now you need to give Pytest minus n is equal to 2, which means you are running, now you have a 6 test cases, right? Earlier what happened? First test case execution is completed, then second test case execution will start. But here two test cases will run same time in two different browsers. Now you'll see in beside PyCharm in menu in down menu bar, you can see no browser is open, right? Beside the beside this PowerPoint, you don't see any browsers, right? Now if I run this command, you see two browsers will open. Now you are able to see two browsers. See this one, this one. Two browsers are open. It means two test cases are running simultaneously, parallelly. Okay. It will save a lot of time. See guys, for example, you have a 6 test cases. Each test case is taking 2 minutes. If you want to run all 6 test cases, it will take 12 minutes. If you are running same test case in parallelly, it will take only 6 minutes, because in 2 minutes, two test cases are running in two different browsers. Okay, that's how it will work. Now see, 6 passed. Now test cases are run parallelly. So if you want to run the test case parallelly, you have to install this package first time only. This is a one-time job. Installing the packages only one-time job. When you joined in a company, when you are working in the automation, you have to install required packages only one time. You're never going to install again. In the terminal, you have to give a command pytest minus n is equal to 2. It will run two test cases same time. If you give 3, it will run 3 test cases. Let me give 3. Now see, pytest minus n is equal to 3 I am giving in terminal. Now see, it will open 3 browsers. See, 3 browsers is open. 1, 2, 3. Below, you can see below menu bar. 1, 2, 3. See, this is how it will work, guys. This is how we can run the test cases parallelly. This is one of the advantages by using Python with Pytest framework. Next, we can use fixtures in Pytest. What is the advantages of fixtures? See, guys, fixtures are functions. Fixtures are functions. Okay, it will be generally written in conftest file, conftest file, conftest.py file. Okay, it will run before every test case running. Okay, well, actually, what this generally fixtures will do, this will run before every test case is running. Generally, see what is the advantages. I will show you in a real time. You will understand, guys. You see, here I have a 6 test cases, right? In this file, I have a 3 test cases. Test sign up. Here I have a 3 test cases. For every test case, I am opening the browser, right? See, driver is equal to webdriver.chrome. Every time I'm writing this command, driver is equal to webdriver.chrome, driver is equal to webdriver.chrome. Again here also I'm writing, see, driver is equal to webdriver.chrome. Every time I'm opening the browser, tomorrow, for example, this command got changed by Selenium. Imagine this command is now changed to, for example, Chrome setup. Then only it will open the Chrome browser. In future, imagine in future the command is changed. Now you need to write a WebDriver. In future, you need to write a WebDriver.chrome setup. You need to go to every test case. You need to change, right? This command. Same thing you need to write here also. If there are any changes in the future, like this, you need. If you have 100 test cases, will you do for 100 test cases? If you have 1,000 test cases, what will you do? You need to change it everywhere, right? So it is a big job. So instead of that, that's the reason always it is a prerequisite, right? For every test case, we need to open a Chrome browser. Whenever you want to run a test case, you need to open a Chrome browser. It is a mandatory, right? For every test case, it is a prerequisite. Just like a prerequisite means it is a mandatory. Before you are running every test case, you need to open the Chrome browser, right? So these kind of prerequisites, what you need to do, you cannot write directly in the test cases. There is a conf test file. You can see CONFTST conf test file. In this conf test file, we will take one fixture at the rate pytest.fixture. You can see at the rate pytest.fixture, and you declare one method. Above the method, you mention one fixture at the rate pytest.fixture. The driver is equal to webdriver.chrome. Now this function name, this is the fixture. This the whole thing will call it as a fixture. This is the fixture. It is just a function. It will run before every test case. So you written driver is equal to webdriver.chrome here. Now you take this method, okay, and give it in every test case. You don't need to give it anymore. See, for every test case you have to give like this. Now no need to write webdriver.chrome is equal something like that. See, for all test cases, I will change it. Tomorrow, if there is any change in webdriver.chrome, I can change it in fixture directly. Generally, common code for every test case. Opening the browser is common, right? That common code you can keep it in a fixture. This fixture will run before every test case. That is the advantages of the fixture. Okay, like this you need to mention inside the function brackets and here. Now tomorrow if there is any change, na, so you can directly change it here. No need to change everywhere. That is the advantage. And also this fixture will run before every test case. Let me run now test case. We'll see whether the test case are running or not. If you want to run a test cases, you have to open a terminal and give pytest. Now you'll see that is the advantages of the fixtures. In interview, they will ask you what is fixture. Fixture is a function we declare at the rate pytest.fixture and write a code inside that. It will run before every test case. Generally, opening the Chrome browser, that code will put it in a one function in one fixture in conf test file. It will run before every test case. Like this, you have to say to the interviewer. See, now the test cases are running.